Happy Thursday, happy trading. Nothing I'd rather be doing on this Thursday than trading. And let me tell you what, yesterday we spent some time looking at some original content from OV himself, the content you get when you join the family. And I tell you what, the pearly gates of the market open for me today. And it's a glorious day. Um, Rewatching some of the content, some key things stuck out. One of them being the alphabet of the market, the other being when to get in, how to ride the trades, how to set stops, and just various things that I had forgotten along the journey. I hadn't looked at that content in, I don't know, months, maybe even a year. But it all clicked, and I was able to put the pieces of the puzzle together. And I'm hoping we can move forward and being able to trade like this moving forward. But let's go over some of the trades so this can be documented and written down. And maybe you can follow this, or at least I can have this with me. So, first trade of the day is Intel. First trade of the day was Intel. We'll go to the beginning. We get an elephant bar right here. As you can see, nothing's to the left. Nothing's to the left. So we buy in. We don't use the information yet here. We set the stop right here. We get out quickly. Bam, 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 bam. It just went against us. Now, this wasn't how we should trade. How we should have traded this was elephant bar buy in. There's nothing to the left. Keep in mind it's distance away from the 200, so you can't expect too great of a move. Set the stop right here. It goes up, it goes down, but keep in mind this is a gift zone right here. So as soon as it buys right here, you buy in right here. Buy more shares. We go up. Now we know because it it went against the 8MA. We know that the trailing line is the 8MA now. So we're riding this, riding this, riding this, riding this, riding this. And right here, we're going to say, okay, 1, 2, 3 finger spread, get out everything right here. Now what we did right here, and this is something that's coming back, is that we bought a color change right here and set our stop below the color and let it ride up to here and got out right here. So we got a profit here and we got a profit here. Now, you would think that this right here would indicate a sell, but keep in mind that this previous close can be played as a 200. So if that's the shape, is that right there? No, that seems right about there. So that's not going to be where it goes down. So now this goes flat. Once it goes flat, we know we're in a flat zone, so we can just play up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. If you want to waste your money in that, be my guest. I just didn't. And now we're waiting for it to respect a 20MA zone. Is that what it did right there? Looks like it did. Nope. Keep going. Nope. It's not respecting a zone yet. Not respecting a zone yet. It's still flat. Still flat. Looks like it might have respected that zone. Nope. Still flat. Did that respect it? Nope. We got to respect that elephant bar. Set the stop. Look back 10 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The green bars. That is an elephant bar. Set the stop. We could say that right there. Buy more. Bam. Get a nice little move up. That, keep in mind the 13 letters of the alphabet. That is a sell, indication of a sell or selling power. And that's the end of the day. That's how you play Intel. Let's go to Uber. Uber, we just missed Uber. Barely, but we missed it. So we got in here, elephant bar going down. We played this as if it was the 200. Knowing we look to the left on the 5, it really is the 200. We have the shades on today because it's so bright, the market let us in. Just by the way. But we have a sell right here, right? Elephant bar, nothing to the left. We pound in, get in. We get out early on this one, right? We get out early just because it was pretty far away. We figured 3-finger spread. We just got out early. And we would trade Intel too. So we had a nice little win going on. Both those two trades were a win. And it kicks back. So now we're looking at other stocks, but here's where we should have been looking. Because this was a flat 200, and that's an elephant bar off a flat 200, and that's our go-to play. You pound into this. You pound into that because that's an 80% win rate. So what's it do? Color change right here. That's what Oliver does. We've been doing, but now I think we'll be doing because the market let us in. Hopefully. Won't know for a few weeks, but we'll see. But that would have been a nice one. And then you have to see, hey, you could play this one up because keep in mind, seems right about there, right about here. Set the stop. Trying to ride it up. It bounced off the 8, so 2 bars under the 8. I'd cut it right here. And then we still could play it up, but keep in mind this is diagonal. That's playing like a 20. So you still want to play it down realistically, or you could play it down. Although that would make you play it up. And that would have been a good play up. And that's off of a 20. Off of a 20, you put extra shares in that move, set the stop. It comes back to the 20, so we know we're bouncing off the 20. Do we get 2 red bars under the 20? No, we don't. Ride that on the 20, ride that on the 20, ride that on the 20. And that's how you would have been able to take all that move. Next one is C. C, we made a real mistake, but it was great learning. So here's the Fab 4, of course. Here's a bull 180. That was the first thing, so you'd want to play that up. You get a whale right here. I was late. I bought in here because I thought that this was a flat or a narrow state with the 20 being semi-flat and the 200 being flat, but it wasn't really on it. It hit the previous day's close. I held it a little too long. That was my largest losing trade. So I had to take that as a loss. And then after that, I got an elephant bar off of a flat 200. And when I got an elephant bar off a flat 200, that's an 80% win rate. So I piled into that as many lots as I could. I think I did 5 lots, not as many lots as I could. It went down, and then it went down some more. And it was profitable, but it reversed and went all the way up on me. I was just devastated. But I was like, hey, this works. I just didn't get out early enough. I didn't see that probably had a 3-finger realistically. Then this gets beautiful where it gets flat. Here's the flat state that we're always looking for. We have the 20 and we have the 200 and we have the price all consolidated right here. And then we get a torpedo bar and we pile in everything we can right here. We're thinking 80% rate, it's going to go up. Boom, it goes right up. And then we get out quickly just because we're P&L trading. We're still working on that, but you know, it is what it is. But look what happened after that. Boom. Now that's the trade of the week. Trade like that's all you need, and you're in this game for a long time. That would have been more than I've been making for a week, man. So, especially going all shares in, something like that, that would have been a great trade. Didn't get to take it home, but just knowing I was there. I got out because the previous day's close was right above it, and I just wasn't thinking. Um, but looking at this, if I would have just held it and kept riding the 8 or riding the 20, that's I don't even know, $23.30 on eight lots. That's a nice trade. Let's keep going. Now it's flat. Or I guess it dips a little bit and then comes back up. We get another bear 180. So we might expect to move up. And it goes up. Our next stock that we would have got in is Walmart. Now, Walmart, this was tricky because we get the tail bar right here. That would indicate that it's a sell. Um, but you see how it doesn't go anything below it. So that's the no follow through concept. So no follow through means it's probably going to ride pretty far up. So it goes choo. That would have been a good trade right there. What we did is we got in here. Let's zoom in. We got in here. We were going for the color change right here on the red to green, but it went against us immediately and we got right out. And that's how you have to be with your color changes. If it doesn't work for you, it's minimal risk. And that's why you risk a little amount and you get maximum gains. And that's how you can grab the amount that you need to make the plays for the elephant bars. At least that's how I'm going to play it moving forward. That's a elephant bar off of a 20. You might want to trade that. Set the stop below it. You have a color change right here. Buy into that. Set the stop below it. One, two below the 20. Getting out right there. That's about 13. And that should be probably the end of the day. And let's say you wanted to. Let's say no, we're not going to go that far into it yet. Next is Exxon. And we were at physical therapy half the day today, so we didn't even get to trade the whole day. At our appointment too. So this was the 8th. Here's the 9th. We're going to say position of power from yesterday. This would have been the buy zone, so we know we're in a buy. It starts off with a red and gives you a green, so that's a bull 180. So you know it's going to be the big move going up 80%. It goes down on you, but keep in mind, this is where, hey, what type of stop do you want to have? And I'm going to say I want a 2-bar stop below the 20. It goes below it, but it doesn't go below it twice. And then you could ride that up, and that would have been a nice profit. Or you could say, hey, we know this is a big move up. Although this went all the way down, we're still bearing this as a position of power. As soon as we take out this red bar right here, we want to set the stop right below the red bar. And then you went all the way up. And then if you look to the left, well, let's go over this trade. This trade right here, basically, I just wanted to test a theory. I was saying, hey, green bar, take out red bar, and then set this bar below it, and then just see if you could ride this all the way to the flat 200 on the 5-minute. And you were able to ride it, and it ended up being profitable. And I put maximum lots on it. I was being really risky. I was feeling myself a little too much, to be quite honest with you. But it's understandable, man. I think the market opened its doors for me today, and I am grateful. Set the stop. And then if you look at the 5-minute, this would have been an easy one. Flattish 200. Sell it down. Elephant bar. Ride that. What we ended up doing, if we go back to the 2-minute, is we considered this an elephant bar, and then we rode this down, and we got out early, just because we did, but we didn't know what it was riding off of yet. We could have said, hey, this was riding on the 8, and this was 2 bars within the 8, so you would have got out here. But it turns out this was riding on the 20, and this was the indication that it was riding on the 20 as soon as it crossed it. So what you could have done is, hey, wait until this green bar is eliminated. This green bar is eliminated here. Set the stop right here and ride this thing down. And that would have been a great trade as well. And now you're in a position of power. You could have take out the green bar, ride that down. Take out the green bar. Nope. Take out the green bar. Here, ride that one down. Here's an example of why doesn't it work on this one. Well, if you take out this green bar, it goes up and it goes past this green bar. So that's an indication that you would get out right there, as opposed to the other ones where it worked. And you see over here, it didn't really do anything. So there's no reason to, but if we're trading on the 2-minute, that's an elephant, nothing to the left. Buy into it, see what it does. You could say micro elephant right there. Happens again, off the 20. Color change, buy more. flat 200, get out. And then elephant bar off of a flat 200, you'd sell. And next one is mark. Mark on the ninth. You're on the 200. Anytime you're on the 200, just keep in mind you could bounce off of it. So it went all the way down to 200, and then it went all the way up. Keep in mind this was the Fab Four, so you could have played this down, and as soon as you got in here, got out. You don't really have a play up. This is an alphabet letter that's going to go down, so you could play this down. Keep in mind your flat state, so or you're a flat 20, so it's just going to go up and down on it until it respects it. Now it's respecting it. Let's look for a color change. Green bar color change. Nope. Let's say nope. I mean, nope. I could say this would be a color change here, but you're on the 200. Let's use it anyway. You X'd out that green bar with this red bar. So the stop is here, and you just ride that down. We did it here with this bar and set the stop here, but we did maximum lots, so we just didn't feel comfortable going against us. And that was around the time I think we were leaving, or I don't know. I don't think it was actually. Doesn't really matter. It just wasn't the best trade anyway. But you see right here, you get a green bar, red bar, ignore. So you'd set the stop here. You could ride it here. You get a red bar, ignore here. Set the stop right here. You get up to the 200. It's flat. You're probably done. Now you're looking at this. The narrow state that you love so much. 80% if you get a move off of it. Nothing to the left. You play that. Set the stop right there. Didn't work. Oh, maybe it did. Maybe it did. Yep. That's that 80%. That is what you're looking for every time. And then it came back down on the other side as well. And you have, power position, color change, whale. Just the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. But we couldn't see it. We couldn't really see it until today. And I hope that this video opened your eyes too to what's been blinding me for the past, I don't know how long. But there's the video. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. Happy trading.